Welcome, everybody, to Big Human Dead.
Yes.
I am Buddy Black, and with me, as always, is Rob Ayers.
Hello.
In case you haven't heard any of the other podcasts, Rob and I met whilst
Nice.
doing a comic book together.
Yes. Story on the Road to Waterloo.
The Story on the Road to Waterloo,
Mhm.
which is a pretty down to earth sort of vampire book.
Yes.
And we're really happy about it, and we got along really well during the process.
Yeah.
So here we are, and we do Big Human Dead as more or less an excuse to talk to each other once a week.
Essentially,
and, just riff about horror movies and whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's something that I actually wanted to talk to you about
What's that?
today, Rob. So my wife and I are going to be having a dinner party
Okay.
on the weekend. It's a little bit more grown up than I'd like
Okay.
to be.
You're inviting
You know
all
what
your
I mean?
grown-up friends.
Yeah, like four of them.
Is this like a
basically.
three-fork affair, or is this just a step above finger food? What level are we at here?
I don't know. Like it's still It's still at the point where we're trying to be cool.
Okay.
You know, like it's like, hey, come over. You know, like yeah, whatever, man. Like just bring your own beer and like
Right
it's
on.
fine. Like we'll barbecue. It's fine. But
Yeah.
it's still a dinner party,
BYOB.
and
TTFN.
I still feel like a schmuck. Like I still feel like really it's like. I don't know, anything that you actually have to like change your existing outfit.
Is it a party like that?
Well, I don't know. I feel like
What the hell?
I feel like
Cramps?
I gotta be wearing more than like a tank top
Okay.
when people show up.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. It's just weird. Anyways,
Okay.
so that kind of got me thinking about us and like what we're doing and all that shit.
Yeah.
And like, so the question du jour
Mm-hmm.
is if you and your girlfriend
Yeah.
were having we're kind of having a dinner party,
Okay.
and you had to invite five
Right.
like slasher movie antagonists.
Okay.
Who would they be?
Ooh, I like this. I am personally not a party person, to be honest.
Neither am I.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, I think that from now on, both you and I have to start referring to get-togethers as mashes.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Mash.
When does
Yeah. And the only other acceptable term, if it wasn't quite a mash, then it was a mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was a little calmer than a mash, then we went to a mixer. You know.
I would not attend a monster mash. But I would probably attend a monster mixer.
Only if it was co-ed.
Yeah, I mean, just a monster networking party.
Right.
There'll be light cocktails
Yeah.
and,
Dry snacks, of course.
dry snacks. Just granola.
Yeah. Yes.
There'll be granola and boxed wine.
Yeah, and we can check the activity board for any kind of,
Yeah.
weenie roasts or bike rides around the park later. If
But
people are still up for it.
But if you want to mash, that's you. That's all on
Yeah.
you. That's
Yeah, right.
Please do it away from the business center.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so do you want me to go first, or do you want to do yours first? How do you want to do this? Do you need more time? If I go, it'll probably buy you another minute or two.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So,
Mhm.
the question du jour is, you and your girlfriend or your wife or whatever are having a party, and you are inviting 5 slasher antagonists
Yes.
to that party. So as sort of like a consummate host,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I don't really like parties, but if I'm going to have a party, I want to make sure that everyone's having a good time.
Okay.
You know.
Fair enough.
So the 5 people I would invite would be or I guess let's go 1 because it's
A, 2.
yeah.
I was about to say I. Delta.
Yeah. So 1 would be Norman Bates from Psycho.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That was my number 1. That was the first. Okay, no, I'll keep it all to myself. It's no.
Yeah, no.
We can have doubles. I mean, it's not like we're having the mash on the first.
We could
same
combine
date.
our parties if we wanted.
Okay.
Like we could.
Oh
like who knows?
yeah. Like the ultimate mixer.
Yeah. the monster mixer.
Okay. You go first with your monster mixer itinerary. Your invitation list.
Or the invitation list. So it'd be Norman Bates from Psycho.
Okay.
He's a pleasant enough man.
Totally.
But in order to keep like Norman Bates happy, I would invite Mrs. Voorhees from Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Because Norman Bates, arguably, anyways, has a few mother issues.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Voorhees is a mother, and desperately misses her son. I feel like those two would have a lot to talk about. They get along.
Yeah, right.
And that's you want to make sure your guests get along.
Right. When she sent him to get her another cocktail, would she say something like "Mix it for me, mommy, mix it for," like she did in the first movie?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I in my head, I just imagine everyone just sort of having a groovy time. But yeah, maybe it'll get weird.
They wouldn't.
It's probably going to get weird.
They wouldn't be, reciting their greatest hits from whichever movie they're from.
Yeah, well, maybe not.
Okay.
I mean, it sort of depends on the person. But I feel like those two would get along really well, and it'd be nice. It's like, hey, Norman, have you met Mrs. Voorhees?
Yeah.
She's
right.
She's a nice lady.
Perfect.
And then you're going to be really impressed with. I thought about this for way too long.
Okay.
The next 3 would be Jigsaw.
Okay.
From Saw.
Yeah.
And then Chucky.
Okay.
And then Bride of Chucky.
Oh, nice.
So, and what I'm thinking is that while Norman Bates and Mrs. Voorhees are off in the corner just talking about, like, probably some really intense stuff now that you sort of bring it up. Like, Jigsaw would say, "Do you want to play a game?"
Right.
And then Chucky would say, "Let's play a game." And then they'd have a great time over there.
It's really like mutually beneficial personalities you have going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And like, I'm thinking sort of like trike riding, like puppety Jigsaw.
Okay.
Or you could have the dude, but he was kind of boring.
Yeah, a little.
But trike riding puppety Jigsaw.
Okay.
And then, Chucky, and then Bride of Chucky. Because, it'll be, they can. Because so what I'm having here is like, 3 or 4 almost little parties where, like, when you're sort of mingling, you can go over.
This.
You can have the serious conversation.
Yeah.
And then you can go over with like your fun friends and have like a fun conversation.
Totally.
But if there's a couple there, like, they'll go off, whatever, and then you'll, just have a talk with like, like the third wheel or whatever it is. Like, just try to keep everyone happy.
Could be some natural cliques forming.
Yeah, I think that would actually be like a really good, like, manageable little party.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and because like 3 of them are puppets, I don't have to spend a lot on food.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just a little, I don't know, like, what would they have? Like a bowl of sawdust? Just to refill themselves if they got a little rambunctious and poked a hole in each other. Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah, it's just some tape and glue.
Yeah.
Just keep some tape and glue on hand.
Score.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me bring my friends to this monster mixer. The people I have, I actually have a couple questions, like not stipulations, but little defining of the rules just before I send out the engraved invitations. But first off, Norman Bates really was the first one on the list, because
he just seems like a great dude.
He's so pleasant, and he clearly has a good sense of humor. He's a little sensitive, but like that never stopped him from being entertaining.
Yeah.
And like a guy like that can probably whip up some pretty bitchin' finger sandwiches or like snacks, like party fare, He's a
dude that would ask if he could bring anything.
Exact. That's it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he really would. What can I bring? No, don't bring anything. Just go. Are you sure? I'll bring something anyway. I'll cook something up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And and he's really charming. Like he's a charming dude.
And as a bonus thing, he's not going to be able to stay very late.
Exactly.
Because his mom's going to want him home at a certain time.
Yeah. That's
she's going to get super jealous.
Yes.
And she's going to want him to be home like pretty early. So you don't have to worry about him staying till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next is Frank Zito from Maniac, the 1980 version.
Okay.
And you've seen this one, yeah. And it's Joe Spinell played him, and I just feel like he would definitely bring some laughs, some barrel laughs to the party. It would probably be a little bit exhausting. He would probably be a little bit. He would bring those awkward moments that every good party has. There's always that one person who the older, big, a little too drunk person who tries to dance with the young chicks on the dance floor.
Right.
When they're clearly like shutting this guy out by turning, only by degrees so they can dance with each other, but this guy just doesn't get the hint and he just keeps dancing with them.
Yeah.
I feel like a party isn't complete without that guy. And I feel like Frank from Maniac would fill that role nicely.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I was thinking Angela Baker. That's her name. I had to write it down. Angela Baker was the lady in Sleepaway Camp Part 2, Unhappy Campers.
Okay. I never saw any more Sleepaway Camps than number 1.
Okay.
I felt like, oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Got it.
Not gonna watch that again. That's
You gotta see Part 2. Part 2 is super fun.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not serious in any way, shape, or form, but it's really fun. And Angela Baker that's the character's name. She's played by Pamela Springsteen, Bruce's sister.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and also I don't remember her first name, but so-and-so Estevez is in it, and she's like the good person in it, and she is Emilio Estevez's and Charlie Sheen's sister.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a movie full of sisters. But yeah, Pamela Springsteen, she plays this character, the Angela character from the first one, who was standing there naked, like at the end of the first one. She plays that character, but she's all grown up. She's an adult, and now she's actually a camp counselor, and she slaughters everyone in the camp. Like there's no bones about it. Like I'm not spoiling anything. You just know, like, okay, she's completely psychologically broken, but she's really fun. She's okay, happy campers, let's sing a song, and she has this like super peppy attitude, and she just kills. Like she wins in this movie. She wins. She kills everyone. And she kind
of won in the first movie too.
Yeah, exactly. She's a winner.
Yeah, she's a winner. Yeah, okay.
And who doesn't want a winner in their party?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so if the party gets slow, she knows all the camp songs. She knows all the party games. She knows all the campfire tales. So I figure she's like good backup in case I do throw a shitty mixer, and she can save my ass. Next,
I love. Hey, how many campfire stories do you know? Few, I guess. like very few. It's like, okay, never mind. Why? Well, I'm having a party on the weekend. I don't.
just in case, you know.
Anyways, yeah, I'm just a mixer. I just didn't know. Anyways, go on. Okay, number 4.
Before I give you number 4, I need to ask: do you consider The Hitcher in the slasher genre? I know it's kind of there, but it's also kind of in this like weird thriller zone as well.
I tried to be pretty dogmatic.
Okay.
With the whole thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So like straight like slasher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're gonna want to be, if there's any sort of gray.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you're allowed.
Okay.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Sorry, Rutger Hauer.
I mean?
You're gonna have to wait till the next party.
Yeah. We should do a whole episode on Rutger Hauer.
Are you kidding? Totally.
That would be great.
Okay, then my 4th person is Chop Top from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
That's a great answer.
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, he's gonna bring.
I would fucking love to party with that guy.
Yeah, me too. I mean, he's got the zazz, and
he's got hella zazz.
He can do the DJ. He can be the DJ for the night.
Yeah.
As in his own words, like, music is my life. Like, yeah, can't tell you how many embarrassing moments there are of me just spouting Bill Moseley's words as Chop Top. It really they just pop in.
Yeah.
And Bill Moseley eked out, or not, he didn't eke out. He topped my other Texas Chainsaw Massacre party guest, who will have to wait until the Rutger Hauer party. And it was going to be, I never remember this actor's name, but we've seen him a million times in a million things, and he's one of these actors. It just doesn't click, the name.
Yeah.
But he played Alfredo in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Leatherface. And he was the gas station attendant with the beard, and he's cutting at the porno magazine when you first see him. And he's like, hey, I'll make you moan. It's a good picture. Yeah. It's like a 50-year-old pervert who just has no qualms about saying, I'm a 50-year-old pervert.
Bill Moseley eked that dude out?
He didn't eke him out. Like, of course, Chop Top was like, boom, Chop Top's coming to the party.
But if Chop Top couldn't come, then you would invite that guy?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
But like, I feel like I have to bring someone from the family, the Chainsaw family, in, just because I spent so much time with them vicariously that I feel it's an obligation to invite someone from the family. And of course like Chop Top, he's a number one.
Yeah, of course. Well, you know what? That's Chop Top always reminded me of just like basically. Well, I think the whole deal was that he was Hunter Thompson.
Yeah.
Only just like probably who Hunter Thompson probably should have been.
Right.
And like I would be awesome to party with Chop Top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm super jealous of that answer. I didn't even think about that. I'm trying to have like a classy ass like cocktail, like a monster, I don't know, like a monster, not a mixer, just even like a monster dinner party.
Yeah.
You know?
Right on.
Like look at me. Anyways, go ahead. Number 5.
Okay, number 5. Number 5 is it's in the movie Slumber Party Massacre Part 2.
Okay, yeah.
The main bad guy is Driller Killer. It's not the Abel Ferreira Driller Killer, obviously.
Right. Yes.
But the actual leather-clad rock and roller with the huge axe, the huge guitar with the drill on the end of it.
He's so cool.
He's fucking super cool. And I just figured like he would probably just show up anyway. If it's a really badass monster mixer, we don't even have to invite him. He's just gonna, like, we're just gonna be partying, and then one of us is gonna open the door to go to the bathroom, and he's gonna be in there snorting some coke, snorting a rail off of a woman's back already.
Straight a dead woman, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because that's his deal. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my 5. That's my party people.
Your party sounds like a lot more fun than my party. I have 3 dolls. and 2 like really really sad. I mean we both have Norman Bates, but I feel like Norman Bates around Chop Top is going to be a different dude.
That's true.
Norman Bates around Mrs. Voorhees.
That's really true. I think Norman might kind of crawl into his shell a little bit around Chop Top.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right. Okay, we should maybe let's move around the party time. Maybe the when everyone can come. Like we can invite Chop Top maybe after 10:30 or 11. He's not going to show up until 11 anyway, because Norman's probably going to leave at about 9:30.
He's gonna just kind of show up, so he's not going to be rude.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, he's not going to stay for very long. He'll look out the window and yell at it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he'll apologize and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mrs. Voorhees is probably going to leave shortly thereafter because she's super old.
Right.
Like that's just what's going to happen.
Are we renting like a huge summer house to have this party in, or is this going to be in one of our apartments?
I imagine this being in my apartment.
Okay.
Which is why, that's part of the reason I didn't invite, a lot of big dudes.
Right.
Right. Like I didn't invite Jason.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't really want to have a party with both Jason and Mrs. Voorhees there, because I just feel
that's
it would
a drag.
I'd feel like I would be imposing.
Yeah. If someone's,
I mean?
you're going to be consoling someone crying in the backyard.
Yeah.
After that, and you're going to miss 45 minutes of good jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not, it's like, hey, Rob, do you want to come over on Saturday? Yeah, for sure. Hey, Rob, guess what? I invited your estranged sister. What? I haven't seen you in 20 years. And then you'll go over and cry together. Like,
Come on.
It was at my party. That's, I'm not that arrogant.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right on.
No, I feel like my party is the party that we would have kind of just for dinner.
Yeah.
And then but we wouldn't invite the Chop Tops.
No.
until sort of after 11.
Okay.
It's like, hey, if you guys want to stick around, it's cool. We got some.
Yeah.
We're still gonna party. Like we got some other friends coming over. They couldn't quite make it for dinner.
Right.
It's like when you invite your friends over after Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they can't come to the meal because they're just gonna be stoned and drunk, and it's probably just embarrassing. But you can come over at 9 or 10.
Yeah.
It'll be totally cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yes.
So I don't know if you've been following this. I hope you are.
Mm-hmm.
If you are, thank you. That's pretty cool. But so a couple of episodes ago, Rob lost his soul
Yes.
to me, and we've been sort of going back and forth on that a little bit. Rob tried to sort of
honestly win it back,
win it back, but we didn't agree to anything ahead of time, and so he just mentioned that I had his soul, and then we played this game, which was super fun, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That was a super fun game. I really liked that. So this week,
yes,
instead of doing this again, playing for the soul, I thought that I'd actually just take a minute to one,
mm-hmm.
Rob, get to know you a
Okay.
little better, and then two, let our listeners get to know you a little better. So this is like an honest to God, real live sort of questionnaire
Ooh.
that I've sort of built
Okay.
over the last like maybe 5 years. like
That's
seriously,
some anticipation for
no,
tonight.
seriously. Whenever I sort of, and we've known each other for a bunch.
Yeah.
Like we've never met in the flesh, but we've known each other for a bunch.
Right.
So whenever I sort of meet someone kind of new for the first time, especially kind of when I'm traveling and we're just, we just strike up a conversation over a beer at the bar or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I usually like to ask at least 2 or 3 of these questions.
Do you have this on like a little pocket notebook in your back pocket?
No, I just like I wrote them down just for today, just so I don't stumble over anything. But like 100%, these are absolutely questions that I like to ask complete strangers just to get to know them a lot better.
I can dig it.
And just for you guys listening out there, all of these are excellent first date questions.
Okay.
All of these are excellent. This is like the magnum opus icebreaker question list.
Okay.
Like this thing is incredible.
So he's saying take notes, people.
Yeah, take notes, fellas.
in one notebook, and then reserve a second notebook for the answers that I'm about to give.
Correct, because we're just gonna tear this shit wide open right now. So, question 1, Robert.
Yes, Neil.
What is your favorite movie with a robot in it?
Favorite movie with a robot is RoboCop. Mm-hmm.
You consider RoboCop to be a robot or a
no, he's a cyborg, but the Ed 209 is pure robot.
No, for sure, for sure.
And Ed 209 is not my favorite robot, but the movie RoboCop is my favorite movie with a robot.
No, for sure, and there's no wrong answer. Okay. It's like the beauty of these questions is that it leads to really great it leads to really great conversation.
It's true. That is a good question because
that's a great question.
Yeah, right behind RoboCop is Chopping Mall.
Oh, I totally forgot about Chopping Mall.
This is my second favorite
I totally forgot about Chopping Mall. Chopping Mall's incredible.
It is.
I gotta watch that again. Yeah. I completely forgot about that ridiculous movie.
It's 100% ridiculous. And I even love like the...
Isn't it? It's like a robot garbage can with like knives for arms.
Yeah.
That just...
Yeah, totally. And there's like no movement.
I forgot about Chopping Mall.
It's such a limited movement, yet there's still like a group of 20-something-year-olds that cannot evade horrific death at their hands, even though these things... They move as well as a mop bucket.
That's, again, not... Thank you for reminding me of Chopping Mall.
No problem.
But this is why this questionnaire is so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, I'm really super entertained.
We're doing really good.
Yeah.
I actually asked... I went on a vacation a short while ago, and I went... I was in Las Vegas, and I asked the gentleman sitting next to me after, like... I don't know, maybe only like 5 seconds of conversation. It's like, hey, what's your favorite movie with a robot in it? We had a great conversation.
Cool.
I really got to know him like as well as you can know someone.
Yeah.
Like in 5 minutes, but like better than like, hey, what do you do for a living? You know, like you know what I mean. Anyway,
what would you do with $1 million? Invest it, you fucking idiot.
Question 2. What is your favorite sitcom of all time?
Ooh, favorite sitcom is, well, if I just go with a knee-jerk reaction, I don't know why Three's Company popped in, but
that's all right. Yeah,
but I that's just not true. It's Night Court.
That's mine too.
Really, really? Come on.
I love Night Court. I swear to God.
It's the best. It's so funny.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Honestly, Night Court, like the back and forth between like the actual like romantic tension between Harry and
Marky Post. I don't remember her character's name.
I can't remember her character's name either. That was the best on any sitcom ever.
I agree. I totally agree because it was stressful and it was charming and it was everything. And like for me, like John Larroquette can do no wrong. This guy is so charismatic, even when he can be pure slime, but it's so entertaining. Like everyone on the show is pure entertainment.
It's such a good show, and like I'm a like a big sitcom aficionado.
Really?
Like the sitcom is my favorite.
Cool.
Like subgenre of just anything.
Right on.
Like I love sitcoms.
Cool.
And like Night Court.
Yeah.
Night Court is kind of my number one.
Cool.
Like I adore Night Court. Yeah.
Right on.
This questionnaire is incredible.
This really is. I'm blown away by this already.
Yeah. Okay, so Sex Pistols or Ramones?
Ooh. Ramones.
Yeah.
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 It's not like I'm a huge Ramones nut either, but I don't know, like the Ramones didn't try very hard, but at least they tried. You know what I mean? I feel like the Sex Pistols, they actually tried not to try, which was part of their message, I guess, or part of their whole thing. And I know they did try, but there's just so much. I feel like there was so much image to make it like they weren't trying. Whereas the Ramones, I feel like they weren't so much about the image. They were just trying to do something.
I feel like the Sex Pistols Ramones question is kind of unfair, and I might actually try to like, I've been thinking for a little while about removing it from the questionnaire because really that's
because anyone sounds like a wishy-washy weirdo whenever they try to explain themselves why they're like one or the other.
No, just because like more so than any, like none of the other questions like are like you can infer stuff out of them for sure, but like they lead to conversation.
Okay.
Whereas like Sex Pistols and Ramones, like I think technically what I'm really asking are you like a style over substance guy, or are you like sort of a substance over style kind of a guy?
I'm a substance guy.
Yeah, no, and I think that's the best way to sort of like to define the difference between the Ramones and the Sex Pistols.
It's true. And like if I'm gonna be totally honest, I would be next door at the Iggy Pop show.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really more of that vein.
You're a Stooges guy. Yeah.
I'm way more of a Stooges guy than a Ramones or Sex Pistols guy.
Yeah. No, I can see that for sure. I can see that. No, and that makes sense. That makes sense.
Right on.
Okay. This is an important question.
Okay.
Because this is so you're you've gone out on a few dates. Mm-hmm. With a young lady,
okay,
who you admire very much.
Okay,
it's finally come time to for like the first at-home date movie.
Oh snap!
You are in charge of picking the movie.
Okay,
what's the movie you pick?
Ooh.
So what I'm asking, because like every gent.
Yeah.
Maybe ladies, I mean, I don't have perspective from that side, but every gent has done this before.
Mm-hmm.
Every gent has been like, okay, so like for me, I have a go-to first date movie, and like it's not the Conan, the Barbarian thing that I stated a little while ago.
Yeah.
That's for like the second or the third.
Okay.
Like at-home date movie, but I have a go-to first date movie.
Yeah.
That like it never fails to just like impress the socks off the ladies.
Right.
Do you have one? If you don't have one, that's okay.
I have 3, and it depends on what mood I'm in. One is like if it's like a serious. No, it's not 3. I just have 2. It's either Wild at Heart from David Lynch.
Yeah.
Or
that's such a good movie.
It really is. It's got everything. It's got the drama. It's got the comedy. It's got the action. It's like it's the full package. Or it's this is fucking stupid. It's Sweetback's Badass Song.
I have never heard of that movie.
You have to see this. It's from Melvin Van Peebles. And, and he, not Mario, not his son.
No, I know. Yeah.
Okay. And it's like this movie, it's it's always lumped in with with the blaxploitation movement, but it's not blaxploitation at all because he made this movie himself completely. He made the music, he did the story, he found the money for it himself, he did everything. He edited it, he acted like this is his movie, his story. And I feel like this is it's good drama, it's a good story, it's worth watching over and over. And it's not neither movie is a test, I don't think. It's not a test by any means, but I feel like these two movies are so entertaining while not being super extreme, I guess. For the first date, I'm not going to put in The Thing, 1980, 82 The Thing. Or
no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm not, because yeah, it's a duo. It's a partnership here in this date. And I would watch one of those for myself. I would watch a horror movie for myself, obviously, and with someone once they know me. But for a date, at the first at-home date, it's not going to be the extreme fare, but it's still going to be something really awesome. And those two movies are really awesome for me.
They are really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't seen the second one.
I think you'll really like it.
I would please email the title of that to me because I got to check that out.
Totally.
My go-to.
Yes.
The Little Mermaid.
Wow, that's clever.
It's honestly
that's smart, man.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Like Disney cartoon musical.
Uh-huh.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie,
nothing to lie about. That's a tight movie.
I dig that movie.
Yeah.
I dig that movie very much. And you know what? It's just let's just have a good time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not here to educate you on film stuff.
Right.
So yeah, it's The Little Mermaid.
Cool.
100%, 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
We're having. I mean, I'm married now. I don't have to worry about a first date ever again.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you're lucky on that one.
Yeah, you get the first movie date, and it's like, bam, Little Mermaid. Pulled that shit on my wife. Now we're married.
Now you're gonna have a kid.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, you go Little Mermaid, or like any of those classic not the classic Disney movies because Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, those are a bummer.
Right.
But you can do Aladdin.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Doesn't matter just as long as you're having a good time.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just about having a good time. Yeah.
It's true.
Straight up. Yeah.
That's a good point. Like my Sweetback's badass song, that has not backfired because it was never like a ploy to get anything to go anywhere, but it has created a slight hiccup because it's so obscure and it's rough. Like it's a rough movie.
Yeah.
And instead of putting on beaches or something like that, it's like Sweetback is my kind of drama, and so because it's so obscure and it's so grindhousey and so exploitation-y, then it has created it's made a little extra distance that I had to close the gap of by the end of the date instead.
Sorry. I was going to say. So what I've done in the past to get around that, and it's not being manipulative.
No.
It's like everyone has moves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know a bunch about movies, so I'm using that to my advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So after a couple of dates, it's like, hey, we've been talking. It's been clear that I like movies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, have you seen X movie?
Right.
So it's like, hey, have you seen, Eraserhead, or have you seen Hardcore Logo, or have you seen any of this stuff, whatever. Yeah, you should come over and watch it. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have your sort of first at-home movie date, and then you watch, that really cool, important movie, and then afterwards, like, hey, feel like watching The Little Mermaid? It's like, hells yes, I feel like watching The Little Mermaid. You have a great time. It's a great time. You get to see a cool movie, and then you get to see an awesome movie again afterwards.
Right. That's clever.
Yeah.
And The Little Mermaid and especially Little Mermaid, Aladdin, these are perfect. I've tried, and like you said, it's not manipulation. It's like I mean,
No,
you don't have a date because you want to separate. You have a date because you want to get closer with mutual likes and dislikes.
I'm not luring anyone
exactly.
back to my house. It's not like, hey, you want to come over? Yeah, no, it's not like that. It's like, it's just,
right.
You gotta move. Yeah, I laid the moves on you.
Totally.
I said that to my wife a couple of times. Like, yeah, like moves were laid on you.
Brace yourself,
lady.
Because the truth was, I fucking moved on you, baby.
Yeah. I put the moves on you. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, and with like Little Mermaid and stuff, that's cool. I remember I've tried before with a Pixar movie, and because I love Pixar movies, like I'm really a sucker for them. But I'm such a sucker for them that I will inevitably have to feign something in my eye because.
Oh yeah, no, straight up. No, the Pixar movies are freaking heavy, man.
Talk about manipulation. Those guys will and gals. I don't know who's responsible for the magic.
I'm pretty sure it's just grumpy, abrasive men who work at Pixar. Like
it has to be.
just like passive aggressive, like balding dads in their 40s who work at Pixar.
I'm sure. And these guys will get me to cry. Usually like 70% of the time I'll cry within the opening scene, the cold open before the credits. Yeah. And that'll be a few tears I'll squirt out because it's always some incredibly tragic opening.
Oh yeah.
And then at the end, forget it. I'm a wreck for at least 10 minutes, regardless of how many times I've seen the movie. And so this does not work. This is a bad example of a good children's movie. For the first date.
You don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking third or fourth date, like you want her to know that you're sensitive.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you don't want her to know that you're like an emotional water balloon.
Right.
Right. like just just like you're Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
So the last question, then I think we should hit a song.
Okay.
And then come back real fast. So the last question. So this one actually there's a little bit of explanation.
Okay.
So you have a theme song.
Okay.
And the way that the theme song works is that it fades in, starting at about 30 seconds before you arrive.
Okay.
Like wherever you're gonna go.
Yeah.
And then like it's at its loudest and like it's audible.
Okay.
Like it's very audible.
Okay.
And then it persists for about 30 seconds to 60 seconds after you arrive.
Okay.
And so, like, this is probably not. It's not like when you walk from one room to another, but like if you're going to a party, if you're going to work,
right?
Like maybe going to like Burger King is not the thing, but like whenever you are absolutely arriving somewhere,
this song heralds your arrival.
Straight up.
Okay.
What's your theme song?
That's rough, man.
Mine was 20th Century Boy, which is why we heard that one.
Wow. Like the first song that pops in my head is "The Candidate" by David Bowie from Diamond Dogs.
Okay.
But this is not a heralding song. This is more of a song that you want to play after you've left in a heroic manner.
Sure.
So like that's rough. Maybe Caribou or Nimrod from the Pixies.
Nimrod's Son by Pixies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Nimrod's Son from the Pixies. It's not a very complimentary song to myself.
No.
But
and Caribou is a bad theme song.
It's true. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to go with Nimrod's Son until I think of something better.
This is going to be one of those questions where like you're gonna email me at 5 o'clock in the morning.
It's really true.
With the real answer.
Yeah, I'm not the son of a motherfucker. Yeah.
I feel I know a lot more about you now.
Yeah,
right?
I really like these. I'm sure I'm going to be answering this theme song question for the rest of my life for some reason.
I'm serious. Like even with your buddies that you've known for a while.
Yeah.
Like this is a nice, and like any question that's about any question that you can ask someone that's like really about them.
Yeah.
That they get to they don't have to get too personal on.
Right.
Is a great little question.
Agreed.
Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, speaking of just sort of getting to know people.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our initial question of the evening,
Okay.
which is if you could invite 5 slashers to sort of like a mash.
Yeah.
So to speak, who would they be?
Okay.
So let's change it from slasher antagonists,
Mm-hmm.
and let's go to slasher protagonists.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah. And let's sort of open it up to just sort of like we can go action horror, we can do some of that stuff, because really and truly all we were just sort of pick 5 scared teenage girls that we want to invite
Yes.
to our party, which is I don't know if we want to do that.
Me neither.
I feel like I would just call some just probably prefer to just have a quiet night instead. Yeah.
Skip all the screaming and the
Yeah,
and the that and
Yeah. And all of them are going to be super nerds too.
Yeah, right.
Like none of them will be loose.
No.
Like that's the whole point.
Yeah, right. Otherwise they wouldn't have survived long enough to come to the party.
Exactly. Yeah, they're just going to be it's like I should really be doing it will just be 5 girls doing their homework. And it's like do you guys want to play like Wii tennis?
Yeah.
It's like no, I should really do my homework. It's like all right. Whatever.
Yeah. Just stay home with your big puffy sweaters and don't bother. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, let's open it up to protagonists.
Okay.
This one I had more difficulty thinking of. I know for sure that I would invite James Woods from John Carpenter's Vampires.
I knew. As soon as you said James, I knew it was going to end in Woods from John Carpenter's Vampires. This dude is such a badass.
Yeah. I would have.
Yeah.
But the thing, so the difficulty of this question is that you can't really have like a nice little party because all you're going to be inviting are like like really nice women.
Yeah.
For like you would invite Jamie Lee Curtis from Halloween.
Right.
And like Ash. From Army of Darkness, and I can't see those people getting along.
Not
so
at all.
I think we just have to go like I'm having a whiskey party.
Yeah, right.
with these guys.
Right.
Like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would probably be James Woods from John Carpenter's Vampires.
Good choice.
I'd invite Ash.
Okay.
From Army of Darkness, not Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, because like he's reached the he's reached the pinnacle
right.
of his badasseddom.
Okay.
Kevin Bacon from Tremors.
Nice.
Because he was a cool guy.
Yeah.
He was a cool guy.
Totally.
I'd hang out with him.
What about what about was it Burt Ward? What's he going to do without Val? Is he just going to stand outside the window and watch the party going on?
I get my gut answer to all of these questions. I would just invite everyone from Tremors.
Okay. if you invite Kevin Bacon, then he would probably just bring Burt Ward anyway.
Yeah.
Burt Ward. Are you kidding me? Is it not Burt Ward? What's his first name? Burt Ward was Robin.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tremors in a long time. I was trying to remember if Burt Ward was in it, and I don't believe Burt Ward.
It's not
was
Burt
in
Ward.
Tremors.
It's something Ward. Fuck. Burt Ward.
I refuse to look this up on Internet Movie Database because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch Tremors tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
I absolutely
Fred
need to
Ward.
watch this movie.
It's Fred Ward.
Okay.
God damn it, Burt Ward.
Yeah.
one of us has to just completely, slaughter our own
every time,
image as horror aficionados in each episode. We each take turns.
I never claimed to be.
No?
I never claimed to be. I never claimed to be. I'm just, Mm-hmm. So, definitely, James Woods from John Carpenter's Vampires, Bruce Campbell from Army of Darkness, Kevin Bacon from Tremors.
Okay.
I was kind of debating also just inviting Reba McEntire and the dad from Family Ties, circa Tremors as well. Just because I feel like that would be a fucking hella time. That would just be like a bitchin' party.
What's his name? I don't John McEntire?
I have absolutely no idea.
It's in my head somewhere, his name.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
But that kind of feels like a bit of a cop out. I wish I could invite Kurt Russell from Big Trouble. But
that would be cool.
I don't think I'm allowed to do that. I don't think that extends that far. Oh, but I would invite Rowdy Roddy Piper from They Live.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
If you invite Rowdy Roddy Piper, I'll invite Keith David. And then
okay. And this party's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be banging.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm still gonna keep Reba McEntire
Do it.
from Tremors, because you know what?
Yeah, why not?
It'd be cool. It'd be cool.
I love Tremors.
Oh man, like she could drink like a ton of whiskey back then.
Oh, you know it.
That's for sure. Oh yeah. Yeah. So those are my 5.
Okay, my five. I would invite Dr. Sam Loomis from the Halloween series.
Okay.
Donald Pleasance. But when I thought about this, Sam Loomis. Like, Sam Loomis is cool. He's concerned. He's got a lot on his mind and everything like that. But I don't know if I'm actually inviting Sam Loomis or am I really inviting Donald Pleasance? Because I fucking love Donald Pleasance.
Yeah.
And I would invite him to everything, every day, everywhere, if I could, if he wasn't dead. And he just seems so fun and cool. So Dr. Sam Pleasance is who I'm inviting. Creighton Duke from Jason Goes to Hell. Do you remember the hunter? I love this guy. He's so abrasively weird and entertaining, and I love him. He just seems like a really kind of dangerous guy to have at your party, because what he finds funny is not what everyone else would think is funny. Except as long as you're not the butt of his joke or the recipient of a party prank, you're okay. Mm-hmm. But if you are, you're getting fingers broken. You're probably gonna get a scratched cornea. Something bad is gonna happen. But the bystanders are gonna have a good time around Creighton Duke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, I would say, I don't know, Stretch. Do you remember Stretch? She was only called Stretch in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. The DJ.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because she's super cool, super fun, super banging.
Yeah.
And I think she could really party. Like, hands down, she's a partier.
Yeah. Actually, sorry. Now that you mentioned Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, I'm gonna have to replace one of my party guys with Dennis Hopper.
Okay.
From Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
You need to stock up on some extra booze before he gets to the party. He was a drinking man in them days.
We're having a terrifying whiskey party.
Yeah. Just looking at him in that movie almost get you a little drunk. Like
he was so goddamn drunk while he was filming that movie.
Yeah. I think I heard something that maybe he was actually in rehab right before he did that movie, and so he was actually coming off of this. Really? I could be totally wrong about this, but this is I remember some interview or some article where he was coming off of being a complete drunk.
Really?
Yeah. And so the haggardness is real, because he was fighting some demons. Maybe he was a drunk at the time. I could be totally wrong on this, but it was either right before or right after a rehab stint.
Let's not drag Dennis Hopper's name through the mud.
Oh no, I'm
like
not.
He was
before
he was
or
a
after
saint.
rehab.
He was a saint.
Yeah.
Just
agreed.
He had never done anything wrong in his life. No,
I agree. Like whether it's his dramas, his horrors, I could just sit there and watch him like tie and untie his shoes for an hour and a half. I'd be happy.
I love Dennis Hopper. He was a monster.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that he just did every drug. Yeah. Period. Yeah,
totally.
All over the place. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Not to mess you up.
And and I invite Keith David from They Live.
Mm-hmm.
And my last person, I think, would invite Benny, from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, played by your boy. Barry Salmon, a.k.a. Ken Foree.
I swear to God, I swear to God, I thought that Ken Foree's name was Barry Salmon for like 15 fucking years.
I know.
I'm not even lying. I don't even know where the hell I got that name from. Someone must have said something. My friends and I used to play this game after we would watch a movie where we would watch the credits.
Yeah.
And then like a name would go by, and like let's say the name was like I don't know, like Bill Buxby.
Okay.
It's like Bill Buxby. I'd like to bill his Buxby, and we would just like after every
Classic.
movie, we would just try to find the most ridiculous names.
Yeah.
It's, like I don't know, Evelyn Hancock. I'd like to Evelyn her Hancock. Like it's just like you just. Yeah. So maybe Barry Salmon was actually like the key grip or something like that.
Yeah.
On Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. I have no idea, but I swear to God, I thought that Ken Foree's name was Barry Salmon for like 15 years. I have no idea how that even happened. Anyways.
Yeah. Maybe, listeners, someday you might be treated to the one episode in which we call Ken Foree Barry Salmon repeatedly and don't even realize our error for far too long.
The thing is, I said Barry Salmon and you're like, oh yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah,
like
I was
like
as I was thinking of William Butler because like Barry Salmon seems like such
That's worse.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not worse. That's just as bad.
It is just as bad. But
I thought that Ken Foree's name was Barry Salmon, and you thought that William Butler's name was Barry Salmon.
Yes, but William Butler.
Who the fuck is Barry Salmon?
William Butler is quite entertaining, and I'm really happy he's done what he's done in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 and in other roles, especially his Gingerbread Man series.
Now you're talking about Ken Foree. Now I'm talking
about William Butler.
Okay, who the hell?
William Butler was the...
Who's my boy?
He was my boy. He was the boyfriend. Your boy is Ken Foree.
Right.
From Dawn of the Dead and
right.
Yeah.
I thought that Ken Foree was the Candyman, though.
No, that's Tony Todd, you weirdo.
I don't know anything. Apparently, I just don't know a goddamn thing. This is the worst day of my goddamn life.
I'm sorry, man. It's not the worst day of your life.
It is. It's terrible. This is a terrible day. Anyways,
but
this is bananas.
Tony Todd was the Candyman, but he was also he was in the not the Day of the Dead or the Dawn of the Dead, the Night of the Living Dead remake by Tom Savini.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's super easy to get the wires crossed because in the 80s. Like Tony Todd and Ken Foree were traveling in the same circles. No, actually Ken Foree was a little later. He was earlier. Tony Todd was in the 90s, but he was traveling the same paths that Ken did earlier. So
I'm so embarrassed. I'm just so embarrassed right now.
Don't worry, Ken and Todd and William, we love you all.
And Barry.
And Barry. Especially Barry.
Especially, he's just my favorite actor. Like, that's just how that goes. Anyways,
yes.
Yeah, I think, why don't we end it on that super awkward note? Because I think that we got there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, this was,
Yeah.
This was a fun episode. I like this episode.
Me too.
Something that I do want to sort of extend to any of our listeners. So this questionnaire, I'd really like to hear everyone's answers.
Yeah, totally. Me too.
So once again, number 1, what's your favorite movie with a robot in it?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, favorite sitcom of all time. Number 3, Sex Pistols or Ramones. Number 4, your go-to first date movie.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, your theme song.
Yes.
And mind you, it's super audible.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the answers. I'd really like to hear. I'd really like to hear from you guys.
Me too.
On that.
You can email your answers at bighumandead@gmail.com.
Yeah, or just leave them in the comments. That's cool too.
Yeah, leave them in the comments.
If you want to get a hold of us for any reasons, bighumandead@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We're also on Twitter at
Waterloo GN.
Yeah, Waterloo GN.
And you can also, if you liked one of us more than the other, perhaps, there's...
Oh, I see what's going on now. Okay, fine. All right.
All right. I'm just saying, if you wanted to share something because you sympathize with one of us a little more than the other, like maybe someone who doesn't have a soul because of some kind of unfair foul play at some point or another, who's just a working class hero trying to do his thing, then you can find me on Twitter at S_R_airs or just Rob Ayers. Just type in Rob Ayers, you'll find me. And yes, you have one as well. A buddy.
Yeah, Black. I'm at buddy_black. I believe. Is that it? I never tweet myself.
Okay.
Like, is that? I feel like that's. I might have got that totally wrong. Give me a sec.
It's like knowing your own phone number right after you move into a new place.
Oh man, it's getting so bad over here. Like this is just bananas. No, there's only one you and Buddy. Yeah, at Buddy_black. Look at me.
Oh, right on.
I'm remembering stuff. But yeah, no, and we did that comic book together, The Story on the Road to Waterloo.
Yeah.
And if anyone's interested in learning more about it, just let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll hook you up. Depending on how nice you are to us, we'll hook you up with varying degrees of content.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're super nice, we might just send you issue 1.
Yeah.
All of issue 1.
If you're not so nice, then maybe we just send you like every 3rd page.
Yeah. Or just like part of the script or something.
Yeah. part of the script.
All right. Boils and ghouls. Have a good evening. Oh man, sorry. The last thing I should have invited the fucking Crypt Keeper because he's so funny.
Why do you think of that now?
So
that
funny.
Would be perfect.
I don't know because I said boils and ghouls.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I would love for there to be a real human being.
Yeah.
Who has the exact same sense of humor as the Crypt Keeper.
Yes.
And how awkward all of his interactions would be.
Yeah. That would be great.
Anyways, Crypt Keeper would have been awesome to invite. But anyways, good evening, everybody. And Rob, have a good evening. And I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, you as well, buddy.
All right, man.
All right, good night.